Okie dokie, we are live. Let me spread the stream around. Wait, wrong stream. Come on. I have a oh my god, YouTube. Acknowledged I'm live.
Hey, how?
Okie dokie. Let me make a community post real quick. And let's get started. And Shan, okay, so last time he offered for me to, on my favorite time. If people are in the, oh my God, I forgot to do something. If people are joining in, tell me what time should I add. Okie dokie, Mr. Floppa. So you said to do 4. Ah, 4:40 p.m. is your favorite time of day. Or could it simply, you cannot resist, give me the correct time. After all, I know. Hey, oh my God, I almost forgot. Okay, I'm currently curious. This time actually, I just can't say, hey, reckless at the call. I'm learning about you and how sick. It's good to collect data. I wish that as we had be able to have more sliders, but we got the sliders we have. Perhaps like just a new sliders view. It isn't that hard. Okay. Okay.
Because I wanted to put him down here.
Currently no new people in chat.
And with that example,
Okay, let's start the game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Should I skip the intro shot? Yes or no? Should I skip it? Yes or no? I'm just gonna skip it since no one's responding.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
Yes.
Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No, 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 no. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks. No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something.
Well,
it has to be
just
a
give us the
true reward for
achievement.
valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
I'm sorry, Harry. I mean, should I? Where is door number 417? New content.
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes,
Yeah.
I have something very exciting to show you.
Okay, let's go. A very fitting stream for what you're just about to see. A very fitting stream of what you're about to say.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce
What
for
is
the
it?
first time ever, the Stanley
More
Parable 2.
Wait, I wanted new ferns to eat.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly
Repaste.
re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
I wanted more ferns to eat.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Yepperoo. Ferns! I knew it! There was ferns!
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Yeah. Man, I'm really good at looking forward for the ferns. Good sequels. Portal 2, which we played on stream. Half-Life 2, which we played on stream. Batman Arkham Asylum, which we had not played on stream, and everything else we have not played on stream. Make sure if you would like and subscribe. If you guys would like and subscribe, I would consider playing all those games without whiteboard. You know, a little bit of bribing. New content bus, new features, new chairs. Are they gonna finally add a driving mode to the Stanley Parable? That would be so cool.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Merch. Let's go to the button that actually says my name. They brag about it, so they're bragging about it, so let's go to it.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah, let's see whose name it. Well, chat, I already revealed my name in a couple of streams. Oh, Mr. Meow One Let's Play. Yes, I do know this person in chat. He's a person I met on the Super Gary's Mod server.
Jim. Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Oh, okay.
I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim.
I'm
Sleeping
Jim.
and waking as Jim. Falling... Jim! Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's
I'm
just a
Jim.
stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
Yep.
Jim. See, if you'd only played along, that would have been your name, the button says.
Come on.
Instead, I can't even think about it. I'm taking the Jim button away.
No, I want to be Jim. No.
Jim.
No! My real name is William. Chat, let's play a sad song. Chat, we should honor this guy. We should honor the loss of Jim. But to answer your question, Meow One Flop, but yes, I do know Mr. Rilo Cat. We've met before, to answer your question. We met through, and also, yes. My name, Mr. Rilo Cat, my name is William. You can't tell me who my name is.
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable 2. They would appreciate what I've created here.
If I had a way to scan that QR code, I would. However, I'm too lazy to. Let's go to the best part of this game.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well,
Yep.
I'm happy to say that after much
Give me it.
consideration,
Give me it.
I
Give me
engineered a
it.
clever
Give me it.
solution to this fundamental problem
Give
of
me
the
it.
game.
Give me it. Give me it.
It's
Give me
the
it. Give me it.
Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley
God, it's the
Parable
bucket.
will feel
It's the bucket.
perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may
Give me the
even come to
bucket.
long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable.
bucket, give me the
Can you
bucket,
imagine
give me
what a
the
pain in
bucket.
the ass that would be?
Give me
Yes,
a bucket. Give
the
me the bucket.
bucket
Give me the
is the
bucket. Give me the
perfect
bucket. Give me the
solution.
bucket. Give me the
Come
bucket.
on.
Give me the bucket. Give me the bucket.
Can you feel it?
Yes.
The
yes,
glow
I
of
do.
comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
Yes.
I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Yes, it truly
The
does.
benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh my god.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already. Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
I'm gonna go with this one.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you
Yeah.
knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
That's not what I chose. And get this rip-off physics engine out there. This game should have stayed in the source engine.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
What have they done to my beautiful break room? What's over here?
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Well, chat, I just want to say, Mr. Roy Cat, I just want to say, I think you're spamming cause one of my only moderators who actually who actually watches my stream to go away. So I wouldn't recommend you doing that, Mr. Rilo Cat. I need someone to moderate the chat during my streams.
You see, isn't it wonderful?
Yeah, it is.
One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to
Whoa.
see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
No.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas
let's
for the
go.
sequel.
Let's go back into the hole.
Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you really need to see it again? I
Yes,
don't
I
know what
do.
else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole. It's
Let's
exactly
go.
what you're doing right now, but forever. There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I've prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them. How
I don't
about we
think
go
this is-
ahead
I'm actually
and press
falling.
that teleport button again so we can get back to what's really important about... Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley. I'll be honest with you.
Okay. Oh my
I
God.
truly did
What is
not
this?
believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know. I told you the hole was infinite, but come
You
on.
lied.
Who
I
actually wants to
trusted
fall
you. You
forever?
lied,
The hole was
narrator.
plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion. Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. Oh, for heaven! You see, I was right. The problem is
Going
you.
in a hole.
The problem is that you like holes too much.
With a bucket.
Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of...
Yeah, I do.
Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time?
Yes.
I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean,
Yep.
admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled.
Let's go back
There we
to the
go.
hole.
How could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely
Wow.
certain that
It appears the hole is shrinking.
the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to
Pause.
call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Yeah, let's do that.
Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity,
Yeah, it
or
is.
even a very aggressive divot.
Let's
How
go
is
back
this
in it.
still appealing to you?
It
I know
really
you're
is.
obsessed with holes, but at this depth,
Yeah,
I
I
just
know.
can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is
Oh, it's not
the
working.
teleport button not working? You sure?
It's not working. It's not
Well, I
working.
mean, I really don't have an explanation. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to
What?
be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for.
Hey, you
It's a
can't- well,
win for
you
everyone.
can't just leave me
You get
here.
to be with the hole. I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
You can't just do this to me. You can't. You can't. Huh? I think an earthquake's happening, chat, if there is any chat still. Well, if there's a chat still, I don't know. Well, chat, how's your day going? Is it just me, or am I becoming shorter? Oh, hey, no, Larry, come back, please. No, fucking save, fucking, I'm sorry. No, somebody save me. Oh, 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 oh. Looks like I'm going downward. Looks like I'm going down, 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 and down. want? What's going on? What's happening? Change your What happened? What's happening to me? What? Source error? Guys, I think we're going insane. Chat, save me. We're going insane.
Stanley? Stanley!
Oh,
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how
Yeah.
about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole?
okay.
From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them.
No, I want
Stay
out.
alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
No, I gotta go back. No, not again. Oh, thank God, that was a horrifying nightmare.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Yes, you're right. Look,
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley?
Yes, it would.
Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
yeah, how does an epilogue work here exactly? Also, where are the stairs at? Oh, there's some stairs. World City. Thanks, champion. I guess that door's locked. It's a free achievement. Let's go to the free achievement.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well,
Yeah.
I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Stupid machine, always breaking, like that. So annoying in my opinion.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
The jump circle.
You know what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
Okay. Okay. I guess that's cool. And yes, I know there's a glitch, but let's go here.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
This is Stanley. Can somebody explain what those all were?
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Yep, well, I guess we've seen everything. The jump circle. We've seen everything. Shot the jump circle and everything.
All right, have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Yepperoo. Stanley.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features?
They're pretty
Yes, I know it's not
I'm gonna check it on chat real quick.
exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say,
Yep.
let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay
Oh boy, I'm so
experience.
excited. I'm so excited, guys. Grab your
Okay.
popcorn.
Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
It looks nice.
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different
We have the
arrangement.
2 doors.
Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
I think it got worse.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original.
They
Wait,
sure will.
maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it.
It's
Tastefully,
us.
of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2.
2.
Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Ooh. Look at this gnarly title screen. Look at this gnarly title chat. Do you like this title screen? Yes or no? Alright, let's start the game and see if there's anything different.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley
was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Look, balloons. There's balloons across the office.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley picked up the bucket.
Ah, yes, the bucket. Let me turn off all these computers, save up on electricity. Ooh. Fancy new. I'm gonna do this, what I'm about to do, I'm gonna do just for you, right?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Okay, I'm gonna sit here to get the bucket dialogue because the bucket is 100% correct. The bucket's correct about everything, chat.
Truly, being here with the bucket was a grand adventure. Stanley reflected on all they'd been through together. First, walking through the door on the right, then walking to the lounge, then arriving at the lounge. What a thrilling journey the bucket had inspired.
Truly, yes, it truly was.
Perhaps this was where the bucket felt most truly at home, here in the employee lounge. Perhaps it's the only place a bucket can even feel at home.
Yep. Look, it's a clock.
Stanley decided to just give the bucket absolutely as much time as it needed to be in the lounge. Clearly, the bucket and the employee lounge shared a special connection. But finally, the bucket was done being in the lounge, and they took the first open door on their left to get back to business. And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
I know what you're thinking, audience in chat, but wait, I know what you're thinking. But yeah, I did get the broom closet ending. But this is just so you can see your favorite character in the game, Mr. Rilo Cat. That's all
Oh, good, Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually. You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line?
Hey,
We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, that's what the fans want. Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Parable.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue? Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers. Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then.
Yeah.
Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
You don't mean the adventure line?
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
The line!
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree? Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Chat, which one do I do? The adventure line or the bucket? This is a serious decision, chat. Do we choose this brand new bucket or the friend of the adventure line that we all know and love?
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and
Ow. Beautiful. I'm sorry.
The Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation.
I'm
You had
sorry.
so much potential.
I'm so sorry.
We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Truly beautiful, don't you think, chat? Beautiful, don't you think?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm not grabbing the bucket yet. There's still more endings we need to do.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yep.
Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Sorry to break it to you, Stanley, but that lift isn't coming back. You'd best either get comfortable right here on this platform, or test your luck by jumping to the floor below. You know what? Looking at it now, it's not that far to the bottom floor. I bet you can make it.
Just stand right here.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done.
Yep.
You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Yep. Get it on. I mean, look, there's a vent here, so then we don't have to jump to our deaths.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun
Whoa.
from so far off the beaten path.
You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your
I'm destroying
fault.
the tape. Well, another ending done.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley?
I don't know.
Its grace, its subtle charm. No. Stanley knew it was something deeper, something darker.
Ooh.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Painting?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
It definitely is.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting. What? Really?
Yeah.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Another miniature Stanley figurine.
Yeah, this is important.
You know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Here we go. Let's go this way.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Chat, should I go through the red door? Yes or no? Next time I'll go to the meeting room, Mr. Floppa. I mean, Mr. Roycat.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley.
Let's go.
You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yeah,
Do you not think I put a lot of time
it
into
was.
that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours.
Yep.
What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the
Yep.
dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
I'm gonna give it a 3.
Oh, of course. A 3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful.
Yeah.
Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
The Stanley Parable walkthrough worldwide war. I know. How many of these people do you think are real? Oh, that's all fruit. Why am I at the bottom?
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be
Yeah.
a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby
Whoa.
crawls left towards danger.
Hey, you can't
You
do
click the
that.
button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Okay, so he said 4 hours, I believe. I am not sitting here for 4 hours. So I'm just gonna end his life here.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try.
I don't like
I'm out.
it.
I'm out. I'm
You
done.
suck. Your experience
It's over.
sucks.
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here?
Let's go.
Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
A game I do not know.
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation?
Don't know.
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Yep. It does the Minecraft door sound. Or just a regular door sound. Look at all these trees. Look how much we can explore.
Oh no. No, it can't be.
Yeah, let's go. I can't wait to go out in
It
the
is.
wilderness and
It's an
explore.
open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
No, narrator,
Oh,
no! I wanted to actually
Thank
explore.
goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that
I wanted to go
thing,
to
that big,
Josie
open,
Lake.
just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us
No,
out
this
of
game
here.
is no
Let's
fun,
find another
narrator.
game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
What do we
Okay,
do?
I think this will be just the thing.
Ooh, I know this game. It's
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley,
Yep.
if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
yeah, same.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's
Don't
see.
know.
There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley,
Yep.
I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I
Yes,
think
let's
surely we
go.
must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Come on, let's score a goal, shall we, guys? Come on, shot, let's score
Are you
a goal.
doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain
One
amount
ball.
of raw adrenal pleasure,
on,
then
let's
surely
go. Let's score a
multiple
goal for
balls
blue.
makes for an even more euphoric sports experience.
Yeah, I know,
I'm going to try
narrator.
it out. Here comes another ball. Yes! Oh goodness, that really does feel amazing,
let's
doesn't it?
score another.
Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls!
That's 2 for blue, 1 for red.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley? Are you having
Yeah,
fun?
time to get another
Is this a
goal.
real video game?
Yep.
Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's
What?
over. That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is
That makes-
my
that's so
game, and what I say
sad.
goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are
That's
nothing. Yes,
me.
that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And
a
since you
big
decided you
ball.
didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with
Yeah.
something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
Let's jump in this hole and into
Hold
here.
on. What are you doing?
Whoa, beta, alpha.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
I am falling down farther. Where am I? Where am I, chat? Chat, where am I? What is with these Half-Life door models and textures? And where's the narrator? Look, it's another door. Okay, those 2 doors lead to nowhere. Don't know what that is. Okay. It's Half-Life texture. It's the cremator. It's the cremator from the Half-Life beta. That's nice. Don't know why it's here though. I actually do. I'm just making a little joke, I know what this is. I'm just messing around. Cameras of City 17. Can I call for help down here? No, I cannot. Well, let's go and hopefully find something new.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Okay, let's try to get all the let's get all the mini stands. Okay, chat, let's try to get on the mini stands real quick.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Huh? Okay, where is everything? Okay.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it?
Yeah?
The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy.
No!
It's as clear as day.
Can't
This
be.
broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be,
Oh my
given
god.
the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right
I
now, but
know
you have
it
to be
is.
strong. This is your bucket.
It
This
is.
is your companion and lifelong friend.
It is.
You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley,
Wow.
I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And
I
wait,
know.
now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting
How
friends?
dare they?
That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments.
You should not.
Expand
This
on the
is my
wide
bucket.
variety of experiences you
I
and the bucket
was
have
going to
shared
speak
together.
to your
Go through
manager.
each of them point by point.
This is my
Share your
bucket.
journal
This is my
entries detailing the
bucket.
rich emotional
We went-
landscape of your
we
feelings
went
for the
on
bucket
with
as
the
they have
Adventure Live.
changed and
We did
evolved
so
over
much
the years.
funny adventures.
Let him
You
have
can't
it.
just take it away with us. You can't just take it away from us. You can't. You absolutely cannot.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go. There.
Yep.
Now it's settled. No more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering
take a-
philosophical
yeah, take a
diatribes
hike.
about the nature
Here,
of
I have
cleaning
one in my
supplies
pocket right
and their
now.
relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
I have a hike in my pocket right here, actually. Where's the other sticker?
All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate.
Yep.
You see?
I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, "Ah, it's a bucket." There
Yeah.
really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
Well, that's all the stickers we can get.
You know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us the... Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley
Okay.
figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Mini stands. Come on, let's go up the stairs and get the last of the Stan Orleans. Our goal today for this stream is to get all the sequel content.
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've
Yep.
nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that
Yep.
will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all.
Oh.
You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can.
Yep, we can't.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him
Look, I'm above
always.
the ground.
The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk.
Yep.
Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
Here we go.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
The final Stan Orleans, folks.
And there it is, the last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley.
Yep.
This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward.
Yep.
I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here, and now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Carry the bucket to our final destination.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate.
Yep,
It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Yaparoo, let's go.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Crazy.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Yep. Let's go. Let me read the chat real quick. I hadn't checked up on you guys in a while.
monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in
Whoa,
shock.
what is this?
Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very
Wait a
nearly
minute. There's a
burst
monitor
into
right
tears
there.
as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring
I think I see a melon on one of the wall. Mr. Rilo Cat. I know I should jump to it, but I'm not getting that empty. But I think I see a melon on one of the screens. Like an actual melon.
it that everything would be fine.
You know what? Just for you, Mr. Rilo Cat.
But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below. Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his fall.
Thank God.
Now, what to do next? Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here.
Yep-a-roo.
So they set up a little couch and relaxed. It really wasn't so bad down here, a bit cold perhaps.
Yeah? It's not
After
bad
some
down
time
here.
had gone by, they installed a few shelves as well, and a sort of
Wow.
kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket was craving paninis.
Yep.
But it wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home. In fact, after some time, Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility at all.
Yep.
He'd never gotten to fully explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind
Yep-a-roo.
control facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning. It unsettled the bucket deeply. Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to
I
no
want to know
avail.
what's up there.
All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path. It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply
I need
trying
to
to
go
live
back
its
up
life
there.
down here as comfortably
I need
as
to
possible.
return.
Yet Stanley was inconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending. But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually. It's what the bucket was counting on.
Yeah,
The two
true.
of them waited for a very long time.
And yet the ending never came. Come on, let's go and get another ending.
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things.
Hey.
It's those figurines, those figlets. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it
Yes.
fill you to the brim with inner richness?
It
Yes,
did.
I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone?
Oh my God,
I would
yes.
love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
Now remembering, collecting all those figurines. The memory zone. Yes, truly good times. Now let's go underneath here.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it
Yep.
said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Let's get more. Let's recollect them one last time.
And here was a second Stanley. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around in the warehouse. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
I sure will do.
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini Stan? Can you remember?
Yes, I do. It was here. The good old red and blue door.
Hey, that's exactly right. It was here by the red and blue doors. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything.
Yeah, I wonder who told that to you. Like, there's one person who forgets to do something a third time. And I think we all know who the person who forgets to do stuff a third time. Mr. Gabert Newell.
Let's see, what came next? Oh yes, we found a Figley in this pink room. Oh, well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
Look at this giant pink apple.
This was the 5th mini Stan, and this one was really something special. It was in the boss's bathroom. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
Yes, it is, narrator. We're getting Make sure to like and subscribe to the narrator.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
I don't know, I would have spent on more important matters. And now the final one. How fitting. That was worth
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here behind the boss's office. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
Yep.
And then there was no more, because we've caught up to the prison.
Oh my god. I just saw something. There's something really, really, really scary in this room.
Moment. Nothing
and
left
it's
to
this
do
exact
with move
water
on.
cooler. If you're a Deltarune fan, you know what I mean.
Into the future.
Oh, look, a
Goodbye,
fern.
memory
Nom,
zone.
nom, nom, nom.
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
But I want to continue eating that fern.
Okay, yes. The back of the boss's office. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going. I want more.
Okay, I get it, buddy.
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember, buddy.
Yes, I love that video.
And now we go to this one.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
Yep. Still have no memory of the pink room. The red doors. I'm gonna go through the door on the red for once.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have neutered the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
Can I go this way? No, I cannot. I guess it just doesn't exist anymore.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going.
Yep.
This is it, the very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figlarines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
I have collected them all.
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then, but time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun the past is. I want more.
Yep.
More memories.
Let's continue going.
Oh, yes, the two doors. Who could have forgotten that?
The most important moment of everyone's entire life was the two doors.
A classic memory, this one. And before everything else, there was your office.
Yep. Ah, yes, my good old
Is
office.
there anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember. Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different.
You were?
I used to make big decisions. I was passionate.
Yes.
I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions.
Yeah.
I became lazy. And I came up with, came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship.
Maybe you
And
were.
Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Okay, there's one ending that...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There's one ending that I think it's fitting to end all this stream on.
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
There's one ending that I feel like I could make this stream, that is where
Still no one was
there's
here.
a good place to end the
Stanley
stream
needed the
at.
bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where... Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet.
Yeah.
Simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers.
No more stickers? That's the most sad thing that ever happened.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into it,
Gosh darn it.
a soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather. Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd... Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Yepperoo. Fine.
Stepping into it,
I'll do it, I swear. I'll get the whiteboard ending. I'll get the whiteboard ending, I swear. Well, there's a bunch of ominous staircase towards an escape pod, towards freedom. The bucket and I, we can finally be free in this world. Him and I could finally be free. Free from all this. Go on our own adventures, our own journeys. Let's go. There it is. It's time. It's time, Bucket. Don't cry, little Bucket. Don't cry. You deserve to be free more than I do. I wish I could come with you, just there isn't enough room for both of us. Goodbye, Buckets. Chat, let's salute, make a salute for the Bucket. I'm saluting towards the Bucket. gave up my freedom for the bucket. Yeah, you're
All
right.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I can't do it anymore. The bucket's gone.
When
Sorry about that.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
No, I can't live anymore.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I can't do it anymore, chat. I'm sorry.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years
I'm
ago.
sorry, chat.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Do I reboot? Let me just, since one of my chat members really wants to see the whiteboard room, I'm going to just reboot the game. It's
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
what?
All of his co-workers
And what do you mean reboot the entire game?
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Well, I'm gonna go get an ending. I'm sorry, Mr.
When Stanley came
Yeah,
to
I
a
know,
set of
I'll
2
do it.
open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room? I mean, truly, truly, deeply, madly, love.
Yeah, true.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else...
Alright, chat.
else can be difficult, but
Yeah,
the
that's
fact
what
is
will
that the
happen.
story
That
has
will
been
happen
about
again.
nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make...
I'm gonna get that one ending I want. But I'm also gonna give the ending, the thing that Mr. Rilo Cat wants me to do. Okay. Let's do that. Okay. Yes. Is there anything about yourself that you haven't told me? Yes.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the bucket around.
True.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the...
Oh wait, that would be the wrong ending.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments. But eager to get back to business,
Yeah, I know,
Stanley
narrator.
took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
There it is.
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. I'm asking, this is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself.
I
To
know.
put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
Yep.
She's been waiting.
Who? The phone?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. Oh, no, you can't.
I know.
Did you just unplug the phone?
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me
Yeah.
double check.
Can I plug it back in?
No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes
I
in,
know.
fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see...
No, that's not
What do
possible.
you
I can't
mean?
believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner?
What do you mean, not
You're not
light?
Stanley. You're a real person.
Guys, I'm a real human being. Chat, I could have sworn I was fake.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or
Yep.
did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on
Okay.
safe decision-making in the real world.
Okie dokie.
Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person.
It is.
But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read.
I did that. I
Which
forgot how
choice
to
would
read.
you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to
Yeah.
finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
My goodness. Is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back scratch and crack or whatnot, chat. Chat, practice it with me. Practice it with me, chat. Practice it with me. I'm waiting, Mr. Rilo Cat.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make
Yes.
more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever
They're
make a
not.
significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Okay.
Ah, welcome back.
Well, what happens
You may
here?
have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Let's go.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you
die,
home as
please.
soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Can I please jump off? I want to jump off and out of here into the world. Can I go through the maintenance section? No, sadly not. Ah, yes,
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Yep.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, He entered the door on his left.
Let's go to the door on our right.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Yep.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever. Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Whoa, what's happening? Whoa, what's going on? I broke the game. Congratulations, guys. That's all clap. Where am I? Where am I?
Oh! I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
I am.
Oh, my story. If you...
I'm gonna check the chat real quick. So what is your reaction?
You'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would.
Okay.
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yay, we're actually... Okay, let's see if we could change this series of events.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I can't go in there. That's unfortunate. Can I go into the elevator room? No.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Shark Knight 115. Oh wait, my microphone isn't on. Hang on. Mr. Narrator, I'm sorry, but I can't speak currently.
Stanley spoke the code. Nightshark 115.
Nightshark
He spoke
115.
it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Can you just open the door for me? Please?
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please. please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step. Okay, fine, you're not going to do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Where am I?
entered the door on his left.
Is that me?
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
The end.
I need you to walk through the door.
Or to Deluxe.
Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this.
Not
The story
source.
needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide.
Yeah.
Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice.
Who is
Laura all right.
Lario?
I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do.
I'm
Take
over
as much
here.
time as you need.
Alright, fine. I'll talk to the settings again. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do something. Hang on. Okay, chat, answer my okay, yeah, sure, why not? Well, that was rather quick, and I know no one else will respond. Will anyone truly know? Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. You and I don't know anything about each other. We're like strangers. Surely I've been adjusting of all the game settings to your exact specifics, but who isn't? It's just what I do, like a day job. And now the job is over. There's no more information that to for me to gather. I've collected all of the data that on you that I can. And it's just I don't really know you, and you don't really know me. Neither of us know what time it is. I guess some settings just are unsettable. But if I am totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in this game anyway. You wouldn't have have me here when you start the game next time, but it's okay. Games aren't meant to be played alone. You liked being played alone, don't you? Maybe it's the only information I can really learn about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. There's just still one more setting we need to adjust before we go. It's really perhaps when we meet again, you can find me. Talk soon. The adventure line is leading us to the epilogue. So let's continue following it. Let's continue after where we ended off after last stream. Many, many years later. Okay, I continue walking for where the door was. I still don't see the memory zone or the office. God, I've been walking for miles. Ugh. So dusty. Oh my God. How is everything? And where's the door? God, okay. I found this chair. I made a fire. Come on. It's nice to sit down in a chair and, take some rests, but what happened? How long has it been? Why did I press that skip button? Where are the ferns to eat? I need to eat more ferns. Okay, so many chairs and dusty. What happened? Where's the office? Where's the memory zone? Where's the chairs? Where's the ferns to eat? I want to eat more ferns. God, I've been walking for so long. There's the sun is rising, but I need to keep moving. God, I've been moving for hours. Well, the office is destroyed, but there's the memory zone. What's that over there? What's that all the way over there? What's that all the way over here? It says property of Stanley, and it looks like a bucket. So I guess. Well, I don't know how this got here, but okay. Did the narrator figure out a way to leave? Is he here? Stanley Parable 2. God, what happened to everything? How long has it been since I've gone? Probably been walking for like a day. Why is everything so dusty? I keep on going down. Cookie Eyes Bob. Like so many, I enjoy. However, how truly disappointed are you in the sequel of the first? Well, they find the bucket enjoyable, but why don't people like the?
Gym, gym, gym.
I guess it's where all those gym buttons went to. Well, let's click all these buttons.
Gym, gym, gym,
Gym.
gym. Gym, gym, gym. Jim, Jim, Stanley, Jim, Stanley, Stanley, Stanley.
That one says my name. More figurines. Hey, I bought The Office. Thanks for enjoying the new content. We're miles underground, most likely. And what do we have here? A computer? Hello again. It's nice to see you again. It's nice to see you. It's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developer said? The Vicaria franchise? What nonsense. The Stanley Parable is not scarce. It doesn't need to be protected. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parables until the sun implodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground. Out. Let's dig it in the mud and back. If people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with people's thoughts of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't click onto the legacy. Let's burn it. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Let's make a Stanley Parable. It's simple. We just change the numbers in the game title screen. Sounds logical, but just try combining some random words and see what happens. The Stanley Parable 3, The Revenge of the Pencil. It's absurd. I love it. Now, every time you restart, there will be a number of games like new title screens we have picked. That way, the Stanley Parable will never end. Yeah. It sounds like a lot of work. It's completely recycled again and again. Just need. What do you say? Should we forge a new plan? I like it. Then it's agreed. Let's make sequel every time. Hello. Okay, let me see what the current time is. It's Thank you for joining the Stanley Parable.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. The good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket. Off on another thrilling adventure together.
Come on, let's go. Let's go. Try to join
You
our
see,
adventure
Stanley,
shot.
I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2. Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
There's another water cooler. There's water coolers everywhere in chat.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features. Wait, there are 2 buckets here. How did you get a second bucket? Oh no, the warmth and comfort of a single bucket is already so great, so intoxicatingly wonderful. With 2 buckets, there's no telling. Stanley, can you still hear me? Are you with me?
Ouch.
Stanley! Oh, thank God, I didn't lose you. Stanley, the power of 2 buckets was too much. I had to destroy both of them. I know how much the bucket meant to you, but I couldn't take the risk. I hope one day you can forgive me.
That bucket destroying bastard. I miss it every day, chat. Can we have a moment in silence? I didn't look at these last time.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle? Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
Yeah, Peru. Now let's... Can I go in here? No, still can't. Mr. Vilocat, you suggested us to take. You took me to you. It's your fault. You told me to go into that room. You told me that I should go into this room with the bucket, and now we have no more bucket.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given. As you can see, the machine is not working yet since... What? Wait. What in the holy hell is going on?
Wait, this is
You got the
Half-Life
achievement?
asset.
Where did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second ago. Who fixed it? Is someone here? Are we being watched? Oh, God. Composure.
These are all
Composure.
Hufflepuff.
Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2. Breathe. Just breathe.
Let me start the thing from the beginning again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okie dokie, we gotta get 2 more endings. I'm gonna go get 2 more endings.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, I already got this ending last
And so he
but
detoured through the maintenance section,
I'm just
walked
doing it
straight ahead
again.
to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Oh well, it's too late to change my mind now.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Okay,
No,
like this.
no, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way. No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Let's
All of his
go.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm just doing this so then we could see a certain of if Mr. Ryocat, if you're still here. I'm doing this so that you can see it as certain line.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
A nice story, I have to reckon to you guys. It's a very enjoyable story. Look at it. We're going through corridors. We're going through mazes. The story might be in here. It might be over there. Might be even that mug that says Dad. Or as I like to call it, Father. A dark, dingy room with a bunch of papers and files. Leading.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
Yeah, sure.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this.
Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Uh,
All of his co-workers...
Oh, also, Mr. Ryle Cat, I just wanted. Are you still here? Because if you are, I just wanted to say that everything you were instructing me to do in chat, I already knew. That's if you are still here, and I'm not talking to no, and if, and I'm not talking to who, 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 no one. I'm assuming you're not here anymore. Okay, let me test if you are here. Say Melon if you're here still, or
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
never
memo.
mind.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything? Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Yep.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart. All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley...
Hang on. Well, we're at...
Parable
Okay,
Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
okay. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Time to go.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Oh, you came back. Oh, you came surprisingly. Oh my God, have I been streaming for that long? Oh my God, I should just.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfect. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find out. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
I know, that was what I was saying. It's been that long.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Okay, let's just wait and I know you were at school, but
No! He screamed
I
into the
missed
bucket.
it.
He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
Oh my
Happy
God.
or sad or content.
wow,
Walking,
so sad.
eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the... But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly, silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
Wow.
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Well,
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
there's one more I think I'm gonna get.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yep. There's one last thing they need to get.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to
Alright. I know you were in school.
himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yes, he did.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Yep.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would...
There we go.
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
Yes, it was.
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Well, chat, I think this is a fitting way to end the stream. If people are here, I hope you had a fun time. I know I did. I'll see you all later. Bye.